Good afternoon and welcome here to a beautiful sunset-draped Nerja setting where we are eagerly awaiting the hotly anticipated clash of CD Zona Norte against our FC Malaga City under-23 side. The producer just gets everything in order and we are underway here in Malaga. So we have a strong 11 out here for the under-23s. A few first-teamers down before their big clash against CDS Estepona tomorrow. But of course, most importantly right now is the under-23 side. So we will run through the lineups just as soon as we can. But as we get started here, we have a play breaking down the right-hand side. Striker number 9, Ben Templeton, looking to get on the end of it. But the referee has his flag up for a Zona Norte throw-in. And as we speak, we do have the lineups now. In goal is number 1, Ali Tirani. At right back is the captain today, number 19, Ricardo Bustamante. Center back pairing of Kyle Jakes and Nico Souza, with it looks like Mateo Garces playing left back, although that all could be subject to change, of course, as the back line here does like to rotate. We have 24, Nick Page, anchoring the center of the pitch with number 7, Igor. Number 9, Ben Templeton, the Scottish striker up top, with number 11, Emmanuel Navarra, and number 7, Nick Rockwell on the wings, along with number 20, Zumana Sangare. Of course, that lineup is selected by head coach Rafa Montenegro. There we see some early action down the left-hand side as it's out for a Malaga throw-in. So, those of you familiar with the channel, familiar with the FC-MC sides, will recognize this pitch. This is the Nerja artificial pitch, known as the Estadio Luis Pepe Bobadilla, in downtown, the heart of Nerja. So the first team will normally be playing on the grass pitch, and the under 23 is back pass short there, forces Tirani off the line quickly, does well to clear under really quick pressure from Zona Norte. So Tirani actually did fantastically there to earn his side a throw-in, and no, he earns his side a goal kick. So now we do have a bit of more of the shape of the team. So it looks like Bustamante is going to be at left back with Nico Souza, and who is that? That's Mateo Garces at center back. Kyle Jakes is going to be on the right back with the number 2 shirt. Captain Ricardo Bustamante in the 19 kit will be on the left-hand side. Okay, so we've got the back line figured out. There's Bustamante going forward. Cleared from Zona Norte for a throw-in. So in the reverse fixture back in the first half of the season, this resulted in a 3-2 Zona Norte win away. Malaga traveled north onto a small pitch, really about 2.5 hours north, deep in the heart of nowhere. There's another short back pass. Tirani, could it be the first goal? Oh, it goes just over the bar, but what a huge chance again for Zona Norte on a short back pass. This is in the second time it's happened already today. And there is clear pressure here from Zona Norte, who's think their idea is to be pressing high. It looks like it's so far. All their pressure's been high. Malaga cannot get out of their own half so far. And it's really not a good sign, especially this early in the match, to be under such immense pressure. And it does have a chance to tell here. Zona Norte have an early corner. So on the corner shape, Page is at the near post free. Clear any ball that goes into that area. Everyone else is man marked. Tracking back is Zumana Sangare. Zona Norte flick on the header. Possible bicycle kick attempt there, flicked on again by Zona Norte, finally headed clear by Mateo Garces, and then cleared further up the pitch by Ben Templeton. Header cleared, looking for Zuma Sangare in behind. He does well to bring it down. He slips in Nick Rockwell. Can he get a touch on it? Oh, what a sliding tackle that was by the Zona Norte number 3 to take the ball just off the toe of Nick Rockwell before he could get a strike away. So we've got our replays all set up now. The long ball from Templeton. Sangare, using all of his 6'4" frame, does brilliantly to flick on. Oh, and just before Rockwell can get his toe to it, wonderful sliding challenge there from the Zona Norte number 3, who clears away for a corner. So corner for Malaga. Two-handed signal. Ball chipped into the box. Looking near the penalty spot. A strike from Templeton, blocked away. Navarra on the edge of the box. Looks to cut inside. Instead chooses to find the feet of Jakes. Quick 1-2 from Navarra. Can Garces get on the end of it? No, he can't, and it goes out for a goal kick. So we will be getting used to the numbers. The vantage point for the match tonight isn't the best. I'm actually calling the game from behind the screen, so I do have to make a bit of adjustment from screen to pitch to screen to pitch, because the viewpoints and the sight lines here are not the greatest. But our scaffolding team, our media team, did wonderfully to put up what I like to call one of the best pieces of equipment here at FC Malaga City is the scaffold that we climb on to film every single game for you. So the view you see on the wide-angle camera, which is switched to now, that is up on the scaffold. And, of course, the shout-outs to the camera crew will come into the second half, as they always do. But right now, we look down the right wing as, wow, what a bad challenge that was. Leaves one of our players in a heap on the floor. That's number 2, Kyle Jakes, the English-Canadian right back, was dumped to the turf there. Brutal challenge so early in the match. Jakes did well to cut inside. Wow, looked 2-footed to me. Feel lucky to escape there without a booking. But I didn't see a card brandish. Neither did my producer next to me. So the result of that play is a free kick, which the Brazilian Igor looks like he is over. Yeah, it looks like Igor over the ball right now. He's got a very good right-footed delivery. That's a good height on this team. 6'4", Zumana Sangare. Ben Templeton in the box. Goes up for the number 24, Nick Page. He wins the header, but it goes wide, and the referee whistles for a foul. So good flicked header there from Nick Page, possibly looking for a secondary run at the back post. The ball came just with a bit too much height on it for him to really get any purchase on that header. But overall, good attempt looking for the secondary run to the back post. Did probably the best he could. But the result of the play is a Zona Norte free kick. And while we wait for that free kick, we do have a few comments coming in. Stanley Navarra, come on Malaga. Stanley Navarra, believe that is Emmanuel Navarra's father or brother, someone in his family. Possibly watching from Zimbabwe, if I have my country and locations right. I believe he is from just outside Harar. So if that is you, if that's where you're from, please let me know. But it's great to have you on board. Thank you so much for your comment. Great to hear from you. And please do continue to support all throughout the match. And we also have a comment. Hi, Mom, from TJ. Hi, Mom, Dad, and family from Canada watching number 2, Kyle Jakes. Jakes, of course, the recipient of that last foul, who did very well to win it and set up that free kick. So Kyle Jakes' family watching from Canada. I believe he was telling me a couple days ago that he moved to Canada a few years ago after living in England. But here's a chance for Malaga. Templeton in behind, looks for Navarra. Ball goes to nobody in particular at the back post. Recollected, cut inside, and the shot flies harmlessly wide. But a big chance there for Malaga. Really unselfish play from the striker, number 9, Ben Templeton. Chose to square across the box instead of having a shot. There we see the replay. Bustamante picked it up and cut inside on his weaker right foot. A speculative effort, to say the least, as it flew over the Zona Norte goal. So Zona Norte look to get their line up and go long. Stanley Rivera has proven me correct. Emmanuel's father watching from Harar. Okay, so my stats and my information on the players was correct. Emmanuel Navarra from Harar, Zimbabwe, has his dad tuning in tonight. So Stanley, great to hear from you again. Hopefully Emmanuel can get on the score sheet tonight. Throw in from the aforementioned Kyle Jakes on the far side. Looks to cycle around the back. Garces into the first real touch, not under pressure tonight, from number 1 goalkeeper Ali Tirani. Finds Nico Sousa. Long ball from Sousa into the left-hand side. That's Navarra on the ball. Navarra does well to contain under pressure. Into the feet of Igor. Igor plays quickly with Bustamante. Bustamante to Page. And cycled all the way back around through Sousa. So if you need an example of the style FCMC like to play, that was the perfect snapshot of it. So Tirani decides to go long, but that possession from side to side, up to the wing, back across, probing, looking to find those gaps in those spaces in between the lines of Zona Norte is exactly the definition of how FCMC like to play. Foul ass there from Zona Norte, but the ball swung dangerously into the box. Just evades the outstretched leg of the striker. Big let off there for FCMC, and what an up and down start to the match we have tonight. So, we have a replay of that. Protesting for a foul on the right wing. Linesman doesn't give it, but the ball was swung into the box anyway. And the ball just passed the outstretched toe of the striker. But TJ Kyle moved to England from Canada. So I did have my countries reversed on Kyle Jakes, but he moved to England from Canada. He was telling me he was living near the Midlands, I believe. And we're so happy to have Kyle out here. He's been an absolute asset to both the FCMC under-23 side and the senior side, who I know he has been training with from time to time. So it's great to have Kyle out here. He's a very good player. Credit to himself, credit to his family. hopefully has a strong match today. Zona Norte break in, Bustamante tracking back, ball swung into the middle, cut out very well there by Souza. Bustamante tries to make a move, but can only take the touch off his own outstretched leg for a Zona Norte throw in deep in the FCMC half. Any sounds of coaches that you do hear is from head coach Rafa Montenegro, our pitch side Mike, doing brilliantly to pick up all that information and all that knowledge. Really makes you feel like you're immersed in the experience with us and at the match. Header cleared by Bustamante, swung back in by the number 8. Tarani does well to claim. Keeps the ball in play as Malaga will look to build out short again, as they always do. Page to Bustamante. Bustamante to Navarra. Navarra cuts inside, evades the challenge of not one but two. Sangare does well to find the ball back to Bustamante. Ball in behind looking for Templeton. Can he get a touch on it? Templeton cuts into the box. Can he get it out of his feet? Sangare picks it up, blocked off the line. Oh, it's chaos on the far side. Looks like the ball is ultimately cleared out for a throw-in deep in the Malaga half. So let's have a replay now. Bit of a loss in the cameras. The sun no doubt playing an impact. The shot from Sangare was blocked away, and the throw-in results in a Zona Norte counterattack. They press forwards high, looks to play the ball in behind, gets the wrong side of Page, but no getting past number 25, Nico Souza, does really well to recollect the ball, finds himself in the spaces, does brilliantly to intercept. TJ, thank you very much. Of course, TJ. Kyle's a great guy, as we said before. Lovely to have him here. We have another comment. Henrique Duarte, Vamos Nico. I am sure I recognize that name. I believe that is one of the Brazilian contingent here at FCMC, possibly, supporting Nico Souza at center back. Good tackle on the far side there from Jakes, it looks like. Leaves the Zona Norte player in a bit of a hump down on the floor. Hopes to be okay and carry on. Possibly just one of those stinger injuries. Weather's starting to get a bit colder as the sun drops behind the stadium line. So hopefully the number 17 is okay and gets back up on his feet quickly. And Alejandro C says, buen pase. Yes, indeed, Alejandro. Very good pass there to set up Templeton in behind. Just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. As I said, with the sun going down, it's very difficult for not only the camera people, but for the commentator as well, just to keep up on exactly what's going on that far side of the pitch. Good header there from Jakes, looking for Sangare. Good step there from Igor. Zona Norte retain possession. Big switch, ball going through the sun. Two of the Zona Norte players tackle each other, allowing Navarra to come away with it relatively unscathed. Navarra looks for Sangare. Can Sangare get it under control? He can, but he cannot evade the flag of the linesman who whistles for offside. Alejandro C. Rich Bustamante, best player. Alejandro, big fan of Ricardo Bustamante at left back tonight. So I'm not sure if this is his first time with the captain's armband or if he's worn it before, but I do know that Ricardo had to go through quite a bit to get his license, or his feature as we call it here, to be able to play. But now that he has taken the captain's armband, looks the part, absolutely. Very good player. Believe he was from IMG Academy in the past. Of course, it's the big academy in Bradenton, Florida, for those interested. Quite a few of the best players out of the U.S. system go through there. Some formal national teamers, plenty of MLS players. Ricardo Bustamante has joined that illustrious line of players and is now plying his trade here in the Costa del Sol of Spain. Igor to his compatriot Souza. Souza drives forward, looks to go long, looking for the run of Navarra or Sangare down the left-hand side. Actually, it's Bustamante who might try to get on the end of it. Does well to find the corner, does well to keep it in. Here's Navarra, cuts inside, but the referee has his flag up on the far side, whistles for a goal kick, I believe. Looked like the ball just ran out before Bustamante could get his foot on it. So an electric first 15 minutes here in Malaga. No goals, but chances galore for both sides. 3 or 4 good chances for both sides, I'd say. So we've had a very quick start, almost a track meet start here in Nerja. So if the game continues as it began, I'm sure there will be goals within the next few minutes because the chances are coming thick and fast. Long ball over the top. Mistake there from Igor. Puts two hands in the back of the Zona Norte player, and the referee will always blow the whistle for a foul. People say it's the easiest call for a referee to make. So when he sees two hands in the back and those hands get extended like that, always blow the whistle for a free kick. The dangerous position here for Zona Norte. FCMC will have to be sharp not to concede. Set pieces can be an Achilles heel for all clubs in this academy, as we well know. So everyone behind the ball here, even Templeton at striker. So clear emphasis, he goes for it from range. Tirani knew exactly where his goal was, watched it wide. Nothing doing there. So very speculative effort there from the Zona Norte midfielder. Wound up from, must have been better part of 35 yards, had a strike. Tirani followed all the way, never lost sight of it, watched it fly past the post. Jake's on the outside, ball in behind for Templeton. Can he get a shot away this time? Oh, looks to poke through to Sangare, but it's just cut out. Can Navarra get on the end of it now? He does well to win the 50-50 there. Good challenge from Bustamante to the head of Navarra, but a touch just escapes him as Zona Norte looks to counter. Ball in behind. Souza playing the number 18 outside. Look at Bustamante track back. Wow, really good there from Ricardo Bustamante to get himself back behind the ball. But some fancy footwork from the number 18. Sees him escape, but Bustamante stays with him. Brilliant challenge into the net behind. Clears for a corner. Really good work right there from number 19, Ricardo Bustamante. Goes and gets behind the ball after winning the initial header to keep the ball in the attacking half. Once possession was forfeited, he worked all the way back, stayed with the number 18 doggedly until he defended away for a corner. Short to the top of the box, he's free for a shot, swings it back into the box, in the air, could bounce anywhere. Number 18 shot turns into more of a clearance for Malaga as Templeton heads against what looks like the arm of the Zona Norte number 4, but good challenge there from Zumana Sangare to keep the ball away from our own box. Zona Norte continue pushing. Good defense there from Igor, who recollects it at his feet. Places it to Rivera. Let's see if he can stretch his legs here. Use a bit of pace. Look to do that. Look to have that big touch pass him, but cut out well by the Zona Norte right back. There you see, have a good shot of Ricardo Bustamante into the feet of Igor. Bustamante chooses to maintain possession. Goes back to Souza. Page. Garces. Garces with the trigger, looking to take that big touch in behind as he had space away from the striker. Gets the ball back and cycles through Page. Beautiful left-footed ball there, sprayed from Nick Page. But just too far. A bit of a miscommunication there with Bustamante. Think he was looking for Bustamante to make that run in behind, but both him and Navarra had made the darting run into the center looking for the ball to feet, and Page had already decided to go in behind. Results in a Zona Norte goal kick. Long ball from Zona Norte looking to challenge Navarra. Linesman has his flag up for a free kick against Navarra. Looks like another one of those hands calls. Two hands in the back, bit too physical here for the Spanish style, for the Spanish referee. Whistle for a free kick. One of the big things that these players have to get accustomed to is, I don't want to say soft, but is the attitude of the Spanish referees here. Some of the bigger fouls may not be well, but some of the small things Spanish players love to complain about and the referees love to give them. So it's one of those learning curves that our players really have to learn coming in. Short free kick from Zona Norte. A bit of training ground trickery there. Swings it in, but the cross goes the wrong side of Tirani's post for an FCMC goal kick. So training ground move there from Zona Norte. Caught Malaga napping just a bit. Didn't have a second runner over there. Navarra did well to get behind the ball and put him off just enough to make sure that cross went wide of the net. Tirani, under high Zona Norte pressure in the early stages, decides to get his line up this time. Goes long for the head of Sangare. Does really well to flick the header on, but with no second run, the ball comes straight back to Tirani, who's quickly off his line to recollect. This time decides to go short to Bustamante. Bustamante searching ball down the line, looking for the run of Sangare in behind. Well defended from Zona Norte as the keeper clears long. Fought for in the middle, ends up at the feet of a Zona Norte player. Termina! behind there, but Ali Tarani quickly off his line. Nice loud keeper shout. Knew he was coming off his line. Good claim there from him as he gets us back underway quickly. As Bustamante looks to maintain possession into the feet of Igor. We do have a few more comments, but a chance quickly here for Zona Norte. Garces needed to cover, did really well. Ooh, risky moment there. Igor gave the ball away in the middle. Mateo Garces was quickest to react and managed to clear the danger. As a speculative shot from the number 18 goes into the hands of Tirani. So talk about fast and furious right now. I feel like I haven't stopped talking for the last 5 minutes, but there's just so much action going on. Really just can't let the game flow as of yet. So chances galore, as mentioned before, in the first 15 minutes. The trend does seem to be continuing into the next 15 as well. Souza goes long, the flicked header from Zona Norte. Keeper claims just in front of Sangare. And while we do have a second where the ball is not in play or being played in behind, we will shout out a comment from Bruce Borden. He's, hey-o, watching from San Diego, California. Go FC Malaga's son, Christopher. So Chris is on the bench today. I spoke with him before the match. Very excited about one of his first few games back coming after Christmas break. Was telling me about a bit of his past, a bit of his college experience. Do know that one of his teams, his college team, just won the Division II National Championship, I believe, in the NCAA. So big shout out to them. But Bruce, thank you for all your support from San Diego. Would love to be there right now. Very similar weather here to the Costa del Sol. So it must be nice to be out there. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being with us. We hope to see Chris come on the pitch in the second half and make a huge impact. Well, we do have another minute. We have a comment looking from the planner, the painter. Not really too sure how to say that, but hello, greetings from Taiwan. Hello. Audience before, Taiwanese audience member before. It's great to have you on board. Really glad you're here. And we hope to see you again. Bustamante to Page. Returns to Page. Into the feet of Tirani. Really good interplay in the midfield there from Nick Page. Of course, from the under-19 side last year. That's Sean Morris' team from the last season. Spoke very, very highly of Nick Page, who did get a mid-season transfer to Marbella, I believe. We've seen him play a few times there. We've seen him on a few streams before with Marbella, and now back into the FCMC setup. So he is training with the first team full-time with the FCMC senior side, but was selected today for the under-23s, but very much is in contention for the FC senior side tomorrow, who of course we must shout out have a massive top-of-the-table clash against CD Estepona tomorrow at 12 o'clock Spanish time, which will indeed be live streamed. I believe producer gives me the nod of approval, not making false promises this time. The FMC senior match will be streamed. That will be commentated by my lovely British friend Alex, who will be there as the referee whistles for another foul. Let's see if he gets the card out this time. Yes, he does after the foul on, let's see who that is. Can we get a look at the number? Looks like number 7. Who's that? That is Nick Rockwell. So the Northeastern United States winger picked up the ball, cut inside, and just got a lump kicked out of his shin, it looks like. This time the referee elects to go to the pocket, books the player, as we have another free kick chance here with Igor over the ball. Let's see what the Brazilian can deliver on the set piece. If we remember from the last time, the ball found its way to Nick Page's head about 15, 16 yards from goal, and his flicked header did not find Nico Souza at the back post. Let's see what happens this time. Looks for Sangare. Can't get off the ground with a leap, but does well to reconnect. Bustamante with pressure coming from his right-hand side. Finds Page. Will Page have a go? Nope. Chipped over the top. Can we get him behind? Just cut out by the keeper in front of Rockwell. Keeper goes quickly, looking for the number 18. Souza has to deal with it. Oh, flicked header. Tirani on the second attempt recollects and gets us quickly underway through Page. Long left-footed switch from Page, looking for Templeton in behind. Keeper again quickly off his line. Wow, to claim just in front of Templeton this time. So, big mixture of long and short being played by both sides. Zona Norte seem content to go long, with Malaga looking to play quickly and a bit shorter. Zona Norte goes short this time. Number 12 in space. Chip ball in behind Kyle Jakes from the number 8. Jakes doesn't read the spin quite right. Zona Norte collect. Good bit of footwork there. Gets the wrong side of Jakes. The shot. Ooh, flies over the bar. For Zona Norte. I can't imagine head coach Rafa Montenegro would be too happy with how easy that was to get in. The ball went in. Number 12. He took the ball onto the right wing. From there was 2 or 3 touches and a strike at goal. So the ease of which Zona Norte got through there has to be of concern for head coach Rafa Montenegro, and something I'm sure he'll look to correct in the coming minutes. Page, Igor, and Souza with good interplay through the center as the ball finds its way to the feet of Mateo Garces. Garces to Jakes. Jakes maintains possession, and it's actually out for a goal kick. And while we do have a minute, Lynn Tarani here from Southern California. Go Malaga, go Ali. So Lynn Tarani, of course, Ali Tarani's mom, always on the streams. I've seen that name before. I'm sure I've read that name out before. So Lynn, as always, thank you so much for your support. It's great to have you on here with us. Ali playing great in goal so far, spurning a few very early chances for Zona Norte under immense pressure. So Ali's done great to stand up to the attack so far. Looking really good. Great keeper to train with. Great keeper to be around. Just really absolute credit to the academy. So hopefully you continue as you started in this match. Keep that clean sheet all the way through. And Peter Mumo, go. Malaga, go.
Detrás, gira detrás, Oliver. Detrás. Y por el otro lado. Por el otro lado, rápido, vamos. Claro.
So he'll be hoping to get some second half action as well. So Peter, great to have you on the stream. Adrian has told me all about you and all about your work. So really good to have you here. Hopefully Adrian can get on in the second half and make a difference. Bustamante looks for Navarra. The Zimbabwean does well to find the Frenchman Sangare. Navarra picks it up again. He's chasing him behind here. Keeper quickly off his line. Does the smart play. Just jumps right over the ball. Allows it to run out for a goal kick. So veteran goalkeeper move there. I think his name is Wanma. Saw on the back of his kit. But really good move there. Under pressure. If he gets to that ball and gets a touch, the only thing he can do is clear for an FC throw. But instead he decides to step right over it. Let the ball run out. And win his side a goal kick. Fabiana De Silva, Nico Souza with the punching fist emoji. Yes, indeed, Nico Souza, tough as nails, center back. Been really good so far today, playing out from the back. Very good partnership forming with him and Mateo Garces in the back. Rafa Montenegro does seem content with that partnership at center half so far, and with the 0 on the board, really no complaints so far in these early stages, as Sangare is whistled for a foul.
Rafa sorprende, Juan Carlos. Olive, diagonal para adentro. Rafa sorprende,
taken short from Zona Norte. There's a striker may have been in behind, so an all or nothing challenge, but Bustamante does brilliantly to win it. Igor climbs highest to win the header off the throw-in, as FC do maintain possession through a throw.
Más atrás te cae, Rafa, más atrás que te cae, por favor. Manolo, tuya.
Montenegro asks for a long one. Zangari does really well to shield the ball from his defender and win a free kick. So under the direction of Montenegro there, Bustamante went long. Sangare did his job as one of those big hold-up strikers. Your best job is to win those flicked-on headers, get people in behind, and draw fouls like that. It's the dirty work that people don't always see, but Sangare does brilliantly there to win the free kick. Bustamante this time over the free kick. Looks to go short. Does indeed go short to Souza. Souza instead will go long, looking for Rockwell on the right wing. Rockwell wins it into the feet of Templeton. The Scottish striker with a good turn. Sangare just a step late picking it up. Long ball over the top. Should be Tarani's to deal with. And he does really well. Communicates brilliantly with Nico Souza. Clips a wonderful ball out to the feet of Ricardo Bustamante. Bustamante takes on one, but can't get past the second. Zona Norte regained possession in the midfield. Out to the right wing. Can Zona Norte fashion a chance here? Ball swung into the box. Can Tarani prevent a corner? No, he can't. Good defending there from Bustamante, but at the expense of a corner. So there you can see the danger of Zona Norte. They look to have their outside backs, their fullbacks, overlapping down the right-hand side. So as soon as the ball got into the midfield, too, I believe it was the number 6, that was the trigger for the right fullback to break down the line. And you can see that incisive pass in behind Bustamante, who was occupied with the winger, As soon as the fullback overlaps, there's going to be danger. Corner here for Zona Norte. Swung dangerously into the box. Great ball over the head of Garces, but flicks clear. Sangare does well to press into the corner. Can he win his side a throw? No. Zona Norte throw in deep in Malaga territory here. Throwing cut out well by Jakes. Ball swung back into the box but cleared over the net for an FCMC goal kick. Referee asked for a new ball even though it bounced essentially onto the pitch. But one of the Nerha fans recollects and we have a new ball in play. Serrani goes short to Souza. Bustamante back to Souza. Switch of play to Page. Page with that searching left-footed ball looking for Sangare. This time he just can't find keep the defender behind him, who wins the header well. High step there from Garces. There's space in behind if Zona Norte can find it. The challenge from Souza comes in, and that is not a very good one. May go into the book for this, but of more concern is for the Zona Norte player who seems to be down holding what looks like his right foot. Let's have a replay now. Ooh, challenge from Igor was rough, and then just looks like bit of a stepping on the feet, trot on the toes, as they say in England. There from Nico Souza on the Zona Norte number 8, who looks to be shaking it off all right. That is definitely a sore one, though. Can't pretend as a player that those do not hurt. As much as you want to say, oh, get up, those are a single. There's not much padding on these new age football boots. Very thin, very lightweight. So if you get stepped on, you really do feel it. But it looks like the number 8 is up and okay as Tirani looks to set his wall for the coming free kick. So based on previous history, wouldn't be surprised if he goes for this. He does indeed go for it and finds the bottom left corner brilliantly. Wow. So if the first free kick was any indication, he was going for it. And this time he goes for it again and tucks it away. So Zona Norte lead here in the 33rd minute. I can't say it's totally against the run of play. They've been pressing high, created more clear-cut chances. Let's have another look at that. Can't imagine Tirani be too happy with his wall here. Shot. Wow. Ooh, that is a tough one to watch as a goalkeeper. It looks like that wall parted. I don't want to say like the Red Sea, but a bit like the Red Sea. The wall split apart. Oh, that is beyond frustrating as a keeper there. Tirani had his side covered, and as the free kick went, you could see him move to shape his body behind the ball, but with the wall splitting as it did, you just become a passenger as the ball flies past you. That's the side that you need covered by the wall, which he set up perfectly correctly. He had a great angle on it from the camera shot. You could see that his wall was set up correctly, but when the wall splits like that, you become a passenger. Zona Norte look to make it 2-2 as the ball flies just wide. Malaga under immense pressure. Really need just a release valve right now. But here's a replay of the second chance that Malaga have. Ball in behind Bustamante. Great run from the outside back. The number 2 cut to the top of the box, and the cutback flies just wide. Big let off there for FCMs, who now find themselves under an enormous amount of pressure after conceding. So the sub for Zona Norte right now, number 7 comes on. Honestly, may have been a good thing there for FCMC. Just gives them a chance to calm down, take 10 or 15 seconds to get their breath, and look to reset themselves and play back into their system, as Tirani does through Page. Ball from Page forces Tirani into a bit of action, does well to maintain possession through Souza. Jake's on the right-hand side. Looks to find Garces in the middle. The pass back. Can Templeton find his way onto the end of that? Malaga keeper off his line and picks up in the box. So already time-wasting tactics being delayed here by Zona Norte in the 35th minute. But I'm sure we'll see more of that as the match progresses. On a bit of a positive note, this FCMC side are known for their late-game heroics. Their first match back from Christmas break is Zumana Sangare 90th minute header equalized. So this side has been known for late-game heroics. So not all is lost yet. Of course, with 75 minutes. No, not 75. Math was not always my strong suit. 65, 55, 65, some sort of minutes that ends to the 5 still to go. I'm sure we'll be all right and have plenty more chances, especially with the game going on as such. Of course, FCMC did have their chances in the first half. A Templeton shot that was blocked, a Sangare shot that was blocked, a few set pieces, a few free kicks. Slightly more incisive play could result in a few clear-cut chances, and I'm sure this game is not yet done of goals. And here could be one of those set-piece opportunities as Igor is fouled and should pick himself up, dust himself off to take the free kick. So the big defenders going forward there. Souza and Page both make their way to the box with Sangare there. Of course, the scorer of that late 90th minute goal just a few weeks ago. As Igor is over the ball, right-hand signal this time. Let's see what they can draw. Outswinging ball chipped in, but miscommunication, not on the same page there. Maybe just a ball that was a bit too soft, a bit too flat. Keeper claims easily under no pressure. We tick towards the last 10 minutes of the half here. I think most importantly right now would be FCMC just getting to halftime, only down a goal, possibly finding one of their own. But I think right now, especially under the pressure that they are under, let's just see the half out, get into the changing room, have a sit down, really discuss how we can break back into this game.
Jaime!
Tirani forced to go long, but a clipped ball finds the head of Jakes. Garces stepping out of his center back role, picks up in the midfield. Igor to Jakes. Jakes cuts inside, beats one, but the challenge from the number 15 clears for a Zona Norte throw-in. A few more comments to go through. TJ, Grandma watching Kyle go Malaga. Fabiana de Silva here in Brazil rooting for you, son. I believe that was a Nico Souza comment. So she is, Fabiana is in Brazil rooting for Nico. So love to have you on the stream. And Stanley Navarra, let's go Malaga. Of course, Emmanuel Navarra's father watching from Zimbabwe. So we really are all over the world today. We've got Canada, we've got North America, South America, and Africa all tuned in. If you are watching from anywhere else, please let us know. Please drop us a comment, drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to give you a shout out live on air because that is what we do.
Nos cerramos, Rubén. Si no viene, nos cerramos, eh?
Temperature dropping a little bit here as on the wide angle shot you can just see the sun setting behind the stadium, the big tree behind the Nerha ground, always the backdrop. As we know, as soon as we can see the colors of that tree, we know it is going to get cold at night. As Navarra looks to break down the left-hand side, can he get across it? Cuts back on one, looks to have been taken down. Referee says nothing doing in terms of a foul, just signals for a throw-in. Looked a foul from our perspective. The head coaches agreed. Rafa Montenegro having a bit of a word with the linesman now. But center referee is not to be swayed, as they never are. Throw in for Malaga. Flicked header from Sangare, cleared by Zona Norte. Recollected there from Souza. Bit of head tennis in the center of the park. Controlled by Rockwell. Clipped ball over the top for Jakes. Jakes finds himself in a bit of space here. Let's see if he can deliver. Jakes as well, bit of a body feint there. Can he get across? It looks to have been dumped off the ball. Linesman signals get up and points for a goal kick. Jakes not happy about that. Looked to have been taken out from our perspective. But linesman there, and looks like Jakes might have picked up a yellow card there for his protest. So not Kyle Jakes actually getting booked. It was number 9, Ben Templeton, getting booked. Must have said something to the referee that earned him that booking as Zona Norte prepare for a substitution in the first half. So as they say, at least as the phrase goes in America with baseball, every umpire, every referee does have their magic word. That as soon as they hear that word, it's a booking, it's an ejection, it's something. So Templeton must have said that magic word and found himself the first FCMC name taken in the book. Long clearance from Zona Norte, brought down in the midfield. Chips ball over the top of Bustamante. They do appear to be looking for that number 2 down the side. Bustamante does well to defend, but gives up a throw. So it's the third or fourth time we've seen that number 2 on the ball over the top. I'm not sure if it's a strategy to play in behind Bustamante or just to get the number 2 on the ball, but the right-hand side is seen where Zona Norte, where they seem to be most dangerous. Good clearance there from Igor, cut out by the Zona Norte defenders. Templeton does well, slides in dangerously. He could be in trouble here. He could be in trouble here. Referee reached for his pocket, but it looks like Templeton got the ball. There will be a huge decision here, possibly match-altering decision made from the referee. Let's see what he decides to do. He's walking away. This is tense moments here in Nerja. Let's see what the referee decides. Templeton wisely taking himself away from the situation. Referee looks like he's content to keep his cards in his pocket, but that was a risky challenge there from Templeton, who's just been booked. Ooh, sigh of relief, breathed from the sideline, and looks to have gotten away with it. Do have to give credit to both coaches there. Assistant coach Javi Anaya was quickly off the bench protesting Templeton's innocence and may have indeed just saved him from a booking. The resulting free kick swung in. Flicked header clear by Kyle Jakes. Nervy moments there as I believe the whole stadium, at least every home fan in the stadium, held their collective breath. The referee did reach for his pocket, and I thought there was going to be a red card flashed. But I'd like to say wiser heads prevailed, but I am biased. The referee did choose to keep his cards in his pocket as we approach the final 5 minutes of the half. A few more comments. Andrea Wams, think that may be short for Wambua, watching from Kenya with 2 hearts. So that is another Adrian Wambua supporter here with us today on the stream. And we have Dexter Tagweri, good playing Navarra. Emmanuel Navarra has been a standout performer here in the first half. Seems to always find himself on the ball in dangerous positions, looking to break lines in behind. So hopefully this performance should warrant a goal soon enough as we tick into the final 3 minutes of the first half. FCMC trying to play out, but a bit too intricate interplay ends up in a Zona Norte throw-in. Long throw into the box from Zona Norte. Good defending there from Igor. You see his hands off. The shot from the edge of the box. The strike. Oh, wow. What a finish that was. And right on the stroke of halftime, FCMC find themselves 2-0 down. The number 8, who of course before was the one that was stepped on, wheels away in celebration into the corner as FCMC find themselves 2-0 down. Wow, what a strike that was. Ball bouncing towards the edge of the area after a clearance from a throw-in. Finds its way to the feet of number 8, who makes no mistake as he lashes the ball into the back of the net for a 2-0 lead right on the stroke of halftime. A real gut punch there for FCMC. As they were growing back into the game, looked to just be getting to that safe haven of halftime, where all of a sudden beaten down, kicked back, and find themselves 2-0 down. There is Ben Templeton, of course, lucky to escape without a red card a few minutes later. There he is, gotten his card. As Ali Tarani clears long, now more than ever it's important just to get into halftime. Flick from Templeton. Sangare could be in behind here. Keeper quickly off his line to clear. Brought down well by Jakes. Keeper off his line. Will he have a go? Nope, decides to keep possession. Cuts inside. Quick 1-2 there with Garces, but the return pass from Garces too far for Templeton to have any impact on. Have a comment coming in from Anne-Marie McKenzie. Shout out to Malaga team watching from Jamaica. So Anne-Marie McKenzie, last name McKenzie. Believe you may be related to Rodane McKenzie. Another Zona Norte chance here. Forces Bustamante into action. Ball back into the middle, cleared well by Ricardo. So back to Anne-Marie McKenzie. Believe it could be a relation to Rodane McKenzie, who of course is on the bench today, looking to make an impact in the second half. And I'm sure we will see some changes, if not at halftime, certainly in the second half, Malaga seem a bit starved for options in front of net right now. So hopefully striker Ronan McKenzie can come on and get us a goal in the second half and put us back into the game. As Zona Norte look to see out the first half, not sure how much stoppage time the referee will have. There have been a few flashpoints, a few goals, possibly a minute or two. Can't imagine too much more than that. As Page drives into midfield, cuts back on the Zona Norte striker, sprays the ball with the right foot. Ball flick, Zona Norte's in behind here. Tarani off his line, has to get it right. Great sliding tackle, but number 22 really good backtracking there from Ricardo Bustamante. Earns a throw in for Zona Norte, but wow, shout out there to Ali Tarani, quickly off his line to extinguish the danger. Zona Norte were in behind, one big touch from the striker. Tarani was quickest to react to it and clear. Really good play there from Tarani, preventing a third goal, because if that third goal goes in, it may just indeed have been game over before the second half even begins. Long throw from Bustamante, looking for the head of Sangare. Does well to occupy two defenders as it results in another FCMC throw. Referee signals for a stoppage. Not sure what the issue is. Let's have a look. Just conferring with someone on the touchline. This play is back underway. Rivera does well to keep possession. And as he does, the referee blows for halftime. So an up and down first half here in Nerja. The FCMC find themselves 2 goals behind as we head in for halftime. So it's been an exciting game, to say the least. Lots of chances. Ball has not spent a lot of time in possession. Seems to have gone back and forth, almost track meet kind of match, with neither side being able to get a firm grasp on the game. But as we go into halftime, FCMC find themselves 2-0 down. So we will be back with you in just about 15 minutes, and I'm sure we will turn this game around. Plenty of chances to be had coming up. So we will see you in 15 minutes. Stay tuned.
Yeah, so we're in the UK. My first ever trip over to England, and I think it's been a success, to be honest. We're finishing up now our 4-day experience with a tour around Carroll Road. We brought the boys down here last night. They got to see a live Premier League game against Manchester United, and then we're now getting to see the stadium where the Manchester United players and Norwich players were playing last night. So unbelievable experience. Yeah, I think it's gone as well as it could have. We have to review it now, and I mean you can always do better. But for a first hit out, I think we've done a sterling effort, and I can't thank the staff enough. From the media guys to Juan Carlos, Ryan, has been an absolute trooper. I think everyone's really dug in, and it shows kind of what this project's about. That it's not just the glitz and glamour, but we've got people that are really here for the cause and just to do the best for the players.
The best thing probably about the academy is just being able to meet different footballers from around the world and play against the big teams that you wouldn't get to in Australia.
The coaches here are absolutely amazing. They help me in everything, teach me the movements, the run, the passes, what to do and what not to do, and to be honest, I've become such a better player since I've arrived.
If I had to describe football in one word, I would choose magical. It's just a sport that I couldn't describe how much it means to me, and everything revolves around it. And it's just all I have, and it's all I'm gonna have, and it's all I want to do for the rest of my life.
I would say life, because I feel like my life moves around football, and it's just, I'm always watching football, I'm always playing football, and I always have it on my mind.
Probably a dream, God's given me the ability to play, so I'm enjoying it. I have to keep working hard, training, and I'll see where it takes me.
I play football because I love it. I just love playing. I love the game, especially Spanish football.
For me, it's my life. Yes, it's my life.
I think I have talent, but like I say, it's not enough for all players. Even if you have talent, you have to work next to training and do everything you can to be at the top level.
Basically just
it's pure enjoyment. Like, you see the happiness on their faces, the excitement, the enthusiasm, you know, like, I know it's corny and cliche, like, we don't necessarily speak the same language, at least fluently, but, you know, like, you let your feet do the talking, and when you're playing the sport, it doesn't matter what language you're speaking, because everyone speaks the same language once they're out on the pitch, and the kids understand everything, and like what I said, the enjoyment's just the ultimate part of this academy and this experience.
Well, it's really nice being on the other side of the pitch, helping kids and just being a coach and just getting those kids better just for the future.
Para mí es un honor de poder estar aquí en Balaído, ¿no? Ha sido un estadio que ha hecho muchísimos goles, ha hecho una carrera magnífica. Estaba yo en el Málaga haciendo muchísimos goles, entonces ha tenido una propuesta, ha tenido una conversación con Horacio, con todos los directivos, y para mí fue emocionante, porque tú llegar a un equipo como Celta de Vigo, para llegar hay un camino muy grande, hay que trabajar mucho, hay que estar todos los días muy concentrado, disciplina táctica, disciplina en todo. Entonces es muy importante tener, es lo primero. Isso aqui é o mais importante. O que o treinador está explicando do que tem que fazer. Então eu comento sempre a eles que há que aprender. Estamos numa fase de aprendizagem muito grande. A formação de eles é o mais importante da academia. A academia, o que mais interessa, a academia Malaga City, a formação. O objetivo da academia é formar o máximo, que no final de ano tenemos a certeza que ensinamos a esse chico algo. Isso é o mais importante. Que ele esteja feliz. A felicidade dele é a felicidade da academia.
Hello and welcome back. We are underway again here in Nerja, where the FCMC under-23 side find themselves 2-0 down in this FCMC versus Zona Norte clash in Tercera Andalucia. Lovely little nutmeg there from the number 7 as we are straight back into the action. This is fast and furious as it has been all game, and we all are already back underway. We do have a few substitutions to report. We'll get those names and those people to you just as quick as we can, as our scaffold is hit by a clearance. That is one of my biggest fears, as I have been up on that scaffold and definitely do not want that to happen. But everyone is okay, as Zona Norte clear under high V pressure from substitute number 18, Chris
Jaime, vamos arriba. Jaime, arriba de verdad, calcula el bote. Fuera de ahí, Jaime, fuera de ahí.
Free kick. So head coaches Rafa Montenegro and Javi Anaya yelling instructions to their side as Zona Norte look to get into shape. It's going to be the left foot of Nick Page over the ball as Rafa Montenegro instructs Nico Souza to push on forward to see if he can find one goal back here in the early stages, second half. Page over the ball, left-footed ball chipped in, looking for the head of number 14. That's Rodan McKenzie, one of the substitutes coming on. Page wins it back. Looks for McKenzie on the far side, but the referee signals for offsides. So, bit of early stages drama here, and we will get the substitute graphics up, but the producer is otherwise occupied at the moment. So, substitutes quickly. On the right wing, coming on is number 18, Chris Borden. Looks like Nick Rockwell has made way for him. And at striker comes on number 14, Rodan McKenzie. Ben Templeton has made way for him. So Templeton on a booking makes sense that he was substituted for McKenzie. Like for like change, McKenzie is an out-and-out striker. May offer something a bit different, a bit taller. So good opportunity there to get on the second end, to get on the end of some crosses. As we see the other substitute, Borden, cut inside onto the left foot. Looks to find McKenzie with a left-footed pass, but it's cleared by Zona Norte. So Malaga clearly have had a spark lit under them now, starting the half very, very quickly, as a more vocal Rafa Montenegro urges his troops forward. Ball cleared for a corner. Corner here for Zona Norte. Let's see what they can decide. Possibly a short option, but Borden snuffs that out pretty quickly. And there is confirmation of the substitution. Chris Borden on for Nick Rockwell. Corner swung in, never troubling Tirani, goes harmlessly behind the goal. So, as Anne-Marie McKenzie has told us, Rodan is her son, and he has now entered the fray. His official substitution will be put up in 3, 2, and 1. There it goes. Some lovely producer commentator timing shown there. We do have another comment from Craig Enos, watching from Barrington, Rhode Island. Go Malaga, go Nick Rockwell. So Nick, one of those halftime substitutes, as Rodan McKenzie looks to break in behind, and that outside of the boot pass, looking for the run of Zumana Sangare, just goes off the wrong part of his foot, as one of the Zona Norte midfielders picks up a booking. Zona Norte plays short. Sangare quickly after it does brilliantly to close it down and earn possibly a corner. Oh, referee signals for a goal kick on the advice of his linesman. Not sure the linesman knew too much about that. But regardless, it's a goal kick as some FCMC subs warm up in the distance. Zona Norte go long this time, looking for the head of the number 2, cut out well by Zimbabwean Emmanuel Navera. Sangare pushes the defense backwards. So it's been a long trip for Zona Norte. I believe it's 2.5 hours on the very northern tip of the Malaga province, which of course is the region that this FCMC under-23 side play in. As Nick Page clears the stadium with a ball. Javi and I quickly off the bench to sidewind a ball back into play. But Nick Page has just cleared the stadium. As they say all the time, Nick Page has left the building, very similarly to Elvis. So I've always wanted to tie that into my commentary because you always hear that one on the stage. So Nick Page has left the building. Header over the top, cut out eventually by Souza. Looks for the head of Sangari. Does well to flick on. Mackenzie could be behind here. Brings it down off the chest. Under pressure from 2 defenders. Gets him behind. Taken down. Certainly a booking coming here. And a very dangerous free kick coming for FCMC. Referee does indeed brandish that yellow card. Head coach Rafa Montenegro asking for the last man. Possibly thinks it could be red. Javi and I are arguing for it as well. Thinks it could have been a red card. Listening to the communication between the two in Spanish, they do both think it was the last man, so it should have been a red card. Referee does not agree with their assessment of situations. Elects only to give a yellow, but a huge chance for FCMC to get onto the board here. Brazilian Igor over the ball. Seems to be waiting for the referee's signal to put it down and really set it where he wants it. Possibly waiting for the goalkeeper to set his wall. Eventually he does put the ball down. Let's see what he decides to do.
Sin falta, Jaime, eh? Matías, si no cogemos, más atrás.
Few steps back. Let's see what he decides to do. The box is crowded with Sangare, McKenzie, and Page, amongst others, but those are the 3 big targets. Igor steps up, has a go for it, and it looks like it goes wide. The crowd thought it was in. I thought it was in, but from our angle, it just... Our eyes do betray us occasionally from here. The ball did only hit the side netting and goes out for a Zona Norte goal kick. So a large cluster, I'll say, of the FCMC, certain other FCMC senior players, certain other players from the club are gathered on the far side. Their initial cheer, they believed it was in, but unfortunately it just did hit the side netting. Sangare looks to have been pushed there. Referee says play on. Long ball over the top from Zona Norte. Chance here. Jakes will need to do some defensive work. This number 7 cuts inside, but his run left just a fraction of a second too early as play was blown dead for an offside. Rafa Montenegro asking for a bit of rhythm as the linesman just tells assistant coach Javi Anaya that the talking from the sideline does need to stop. Linesman not too happy with the amount of processing that Montenegro and Anaya are doing. Anaya does find something about that quite amusing. But the linesman sticking to his guns there. Communication clearly being said with the center referee. My Spanish translation skills coming a bit into play here as we can pick up a bit of that chatter between the linesman and the coaches. Kenzie was in an offside position, but Zona Norte had cut it out. Skewed clearance only finds the head of Garces. Number 7 clips over the top, but cleared again by Jakes. Ball over the top from Nico Souza. Montenegro calling for the cross, but we have yet another ball that has left the stadium, so have never seen that before, but as they say, like a London bus, you won't see any for a half hour, and then 2 come in 2 minutes. So another ball was cleared as...
Jaime, me cago en la hostia, joder, que no jueguen atrás.
So the linesman now getting even more vocal with Anaya on the sidelines, saying that the next time he speaks, he will get a yellow card. This time they were protesting that as Anaya put the ball back into play for his side, that one of the Zona Norte Málaga players kicked it away, which he did, which you would think would translate into a yellow card, but the center referee, again, not agreeing with the bench's assessment of things, as the linesman now tells the center referee that the next time they speak, it will be a yellow card. So, aside from the riveting conversations with the linesman and the coaches, we are back in action here with the Zona Norte throw-in. Flicked on by the Zona Norte player, but cleared by Jakes. Bit of head tennis being played in the center. Neither side able to gain the advantage. Now Igor finds himself on the ball. Looks to play Souza, but the number 7 breaks in behind here. Can he seal the game? It looks like he has. Finished tucked away into the far right-hand corner to the outer left side of Tirani. And FCMC find themselves here in the 55th minute, down 3-0, and with an absolute mountain to climb. Oh, so bit of a miscommunication there between the two compatriots, Brazilians Igor and Nico Souza. But wow, it has to be said, what a finish that was from the striker. Tucked it away into the far corner. Lovely little deft curl on the ball. just to get it around the post and back inside before goalkeeper Tirani could even react. So despite the good start to the second half and those substitutions, FCMC find themselves 3-0 down and with it all to do as we tick down to 35 minutes remaining. Still time, but we will have to score and score quickly if we are to get back into this game. Ball into the feet of Jakes, looking for Rodney McKenzie. McKenzie does well to bring it down. See if find a good ball here. Finds Borden inside. Lovely little back heel flick. Finds Igor top of the box. We have a shot. He does. Keeper who was mispositioned a little bit. Does well to sort his feet and hold.
Piña, ya vamos a tirar esto. Cabeza, por favor. Rubén.
So there's a replay of that. Igor cut inside. Keeper was ill-positioned. Maybe if Igor had gone back across him, could have had a bit more success. But the angle of the ball didn't really give him that opportunity as FCMC have a sub coming. Looks like number 22 coming on will be Jonathan Ligator. Coming off will be number 6, the Brazilian Igor. So an attacking change here. Ligator more of a number 10/number 8. Igor clearly playing in that number 6 role. So tactical switch there for Montenegro, looking to generate a bit more offense. Looks like that change has possibly pushed Nick Page back into the left center back role as the clearance from Tirani is cut out. Malaga go forward again, but the left-footed cross / through ball / shot, I'd say, easily goes into the hands of Tirani. Captain Bustamante keeps possession through Garces. Garces cuts inside. The pass, searching for Nevera, is cut out. Bustamante does well to win it back. Sheds 2 tackles, but his third touch only takes him as far as the sideline. Referee stops play here. Let's see. A Zona Norte Málaga player is down. Let's hope that he is all right to carry on, as we have a bit of a break in play. Malaga player is up and able to continue as the throw-in is cleared by Mateo Garces. Foul whistled for Zona Norte on Zumana Sangare results in a Zona Norte free kick. So as you can tell now, from the time being taken in between these free kicks, Zona Norte clearly all right with just running out the clock, trying to take as much of that time away from FCMC as possible. As if FCMC do get 1 goal, they've been known to score in bunches this side, so one could spell quite a few more and could spell trouble very quickly. As here's Nevera on the far side, taken down cynically. That has to be a booking. You can see the crowd in the background banging at the referee for a yellow card. Let's see if he complies here. There are quite a few Zona Norte players in the book, as the referee has decided to come all the way over to the far side to, I have a feeling, one of the coaches is going in the book right now. Let's see. He decides to give a yellow card to, drumroll please, to head coach Rafa Montenegro for protesting for a yellow card for his player who was absolutely scythed down while on a break down the left-hand side. So the booking goes to Montenegro, not the Zona Norte player, on advice from the linesman who clearly does have a problem with the FCMC bench right now. So a booking for Montenegro, but nevertheless, FCMC do have a free kick and yet another chance to get the ball into the box. Page over it. Brilliant left-footed ball. Keeper calls confidently and claims at the highest point. Wow, that was very impressive goalkeeping. Looks to spring the number 7 quickly, who could be in behind here. Tirani well back on his line. The number 7 clips in behind. Cleared off the line. It looks like Bustamante covering and the back post. But wow, what a spell that was. So from the free kick, cleared brilliantly by the keeper. Just caught Ali Tirani by surprise there. Wasn't off his line. Wasn't prepared to come for that. Is debatably lucky to escape without giving away a penalty there. And Bustamante clears off the line. So from stream to the next, the goalkeeper for Zona Norte claims on the free kick, although Zumana Sangare looked to have been taken down for a potential penalty shout there, all the way to the other end, now for a Zona Norte corner. Swung in, punched confidently there from Tirani. Really good goalkeeping, nice loud keeper call. McKenzie finds the feet of Bustamante. Bustamante cuts inside, beats one, beats two. Can he find the through ball? Oh, he looks for that killer ball to Chris Borden, but it was just played too far ahead of him, as the keeper does well to just bring it back into his box and recollect. Keeper drops off, fakes out Zumana Sangare, and does really well to find the pass into the number 3. Wow, bit of skill there. I've never seen a keeper do that before. Almost went on a dead sprint backwards just to throw the ball out and take a touch to exactly where he was before. Seems like doing a short pass just with extra steps, but it works for him. Oh, another chance here for Zona Norte. Dispossessed in the middle of the strike, straight into the hands of Ali Tirani. Let off there for FCMCA, who just seem to be continually shooting themselves in the foot with nervous play at the back. There's Garces put in a no-win position. He had 4 players surrounding him and not one option. Unfortunately lost out for the ball, and the shot, luckily for the FCMC side, goes right into the hands of Tirani. But seems to be here some of the creators of our own demise. Just chances coming, but through no good play of Zona Norte. Just sloppy play from us in the back. It's something that has to be sorted out if we want to get back into this match. Clips ball from Nevera looking for Borden. Recollected by Sangare. His pass only as far as Garces. Ligator with his first touch of the game. Loses out to the number 15. Ball into the box. Finds its way to the feet of number 7 from the edge. Shot blocked by Page. Garces now. Bustamante looking long. His searching ball cut out by the right back number 2. Clipped ball looking for the number 7. Marshaled well by Nico Souza. Cleaned up even more impressively by Nick Page. Can he prevent a corner? Yes, he can. He keeps it in play. Wow, what a play that was from Nick Page. Really, really good. Looked hopeless in that situation, but did brilliantly not only to prevent the corner, but to maintain possession for the side. Ligator picked up in the midfield. Lovely little back heel flick there into the feet of Garces. Sangare loses out on a 50-50. And play is halted with the referee whistling for a foul. Dr. Dexter Tanguirei, great save. Yes, indeed, great save there from Ali Tirani to keep this game at 3-0. As FCMC substitution coming on is number 16, Elliot Maldonado. And coming off, seems to have disappeared off one of the sides of the pitch. Maldonado's a right back. I have a feeling coming off is number 2, Kyle Jakes, would be my guess. Can't really see him, and that is number 2, Kyle Jakes, coming off the pitch. So good shift from the English Canadian right back. Not too happy with himself on the bench, but he can be proud. He can keep his head held high. The long ball is into the hands of Tirani. So FCMC finding themselves in a spot of bother here as Page goes long searching for Borden. Brought down brilliantly by the California winger. The second touch just evades him and cleared by the number 17. Maldonado fighting hard to the feet of Borden. Ball cycles all the way back to the keeper. Ball driven into the middle only as far as Ligator. McKenzie with a nice one-touch layoff. Ligator looking to play McKenzie behind the right idea, but just couldn't get the ball far enough to either side. Ligator again. Keeps possession through Page. Chooses against the option to Garces, instead goes back to Tirani. Tirani clips ball into Maldonado. The Swiss right back cannot maintain possession, can't keep it in. His touch just comes a bit off of his chest for a Zona Norte throw. Throw in taken quickly. Ligator to Page. Bustamante on the far side looking to create something here. FCMC need to find a goal quickly if they want to get back into this match. Page steps into the midfield. Clips ball over the top. Navarra could be in behind here. Keeper quickly off his line. Bit of the camera settings being toyed with. Possibly some white balancing going on just to get you the absolute best shot possible. As Navarra broke in behind there, but it's cleared by the keeper. Into Ligator. Looks to cut inside, but loses out under the heavy challenge of two Zona Norte defenders. Ball is scrambled away. The side in red look to break. Borden back doing the defensive work. Ball fizzed into the center. Cut out well by Nico Souza. The away side maintained possession into the midfield. Borden again working hard behind the ball. Does well to win the ball back and earn the foul. Really good there from Chris Borden. We'll have a replay of that now. So the ball goes into the midfield. Look at Borden just get behind it just as long as he can. This is actually the first one. So that was into the middle. Souza cut out. And then as we go again, Borden finds himself just in front of the play, but does brilliantly to track back and win it back. And just like magic, the camera's white balanced. And just like magic as well, two more subs coming on. So number 17, Koamish, the Hawaiian-born left back comes on, it looks like. And number 12, Adrian Wambua comes on as well. So they replace, let's see, looks like Koa came in at left back. Bustamante on the pitch now, on the ball. Can he draw a penalty there? Looked to get the wrong side of the defender, but his second touch just took him too far away. So, looks like we do have a bit of a break in play as one of the Zona Norte players is down. So, Koamish and Adrian Muno came on. Let's see if we can diagnose the subs as quick as we can here while we do have a bit of a break in play.
Línea, cambio, por favor.
So, referee heads to the center as Zona Norte Málaga look to make a substitution. Do have a free kick. Believe the final FCMC sub is Kelcio Santos, the number 8. He's warming up now as we speak, so we should see him get in as we tick down to about the 20-minute mark in the second half. Long ball over the top, header won by Zona Norte, but cleared by Mumo. Borden could be in here. Keeper quickly off his line. Really big clearance from the keeper, but Borden looked to have been held back. Referee says nothing doing. Maldonado finds a feet of Page. Page back to Maldonado. Fancy footwork there from Maldonado to no avail, really, as it's recollected by Malaga. Not too sure why the footwork was done there. No real need. Just a simple pass might have helped. But Maldonado decides to keep going. Wins possession back and an FCMC throw. Ball into the feet of Bustamante. Bustamante does well to shed the tackle of one, but can't evade the challenge of the second. The away side looks to break. The number 7 switches play, looking for the number 18, but instead it will be the second runner. The fullback picks it up, but tracked brilliantly by Zimbabwean Emmanuel Navarra. Here goes number 17, Koamish, the Hawaiian. Does well to find the feet of Navarra. Navarra slips in behind for Borden. Borden may have a run here. Oh, referee's flag goes up and whistles for an offside. Believed McKenzie was in the offside position. Didn't look like Borden was. But we'll have a replay of that now. Borden, yeah, just hiding behind one of those Zona Norte defenders, but did look just to be a yard or two offsides.
Nico.
Comment coming in from Charles Mubua. Looks like, cannot see the name. Our resolution on one of our screens isn't too good. Watching number 12, Adrian Wambua from Nairobi, Kenya. It's great to have you on the stream. Thank you very much. Adrian's made a few big contributions so far, as we do have the final FCMC sub of the day with number 8, Kelcio Santos, coming in for number 25. That is Nico Souza coming off. Excuse me, just forgot the name for a second. Don't have the team sheet in front of me right now. But Kelcio Santos is on, so every substitute today has entered the fray and will look to make a difference here in the last 20 minutes. Koa on the far side. Maintains possession through Adrian Wambua. Back to the feet of Tirani. Wambua again goes long. over the top. Rodé McKenzie takes it down off the chest, but just popped off the chest into an outstretched arm. Bit of a strange play there. Let's have another look at that. Has to be said, great ball there from Adrian Wambua. Perfect little long ball right into the chest. Oh, but just the outstretched arm, unlucky. Almost catches it off his chest. And the result is a Zona Norte free kick. Vicky Kura, go Adrian, love from Mama in Kenya. Great to have you on the stream. A lot of support for Adrian in Kenya. The Nairobi native looking to make an impact in the final few minutes here. Of course, Adrian last year had a pretty serious injury that took him a while to recover from. But we'll get back to that in a second. Navarra breaks it behind, looking to slip the pass into Borden, but it just goes too far. Will the keeper recollect? Decides to let it run out with a bit of trickery for a goal kick. And so, of course, back to Adrian Wambua. Did have a bit of a bad injury last year. I believe it was a knee problem. Could have been the MCL, if I remember correctly. But he's gotten that all taken care of. It was always in his plans to come back into the next season. And now that he's fully fit, he's been a great asset to this FCMC under-23 side. I know high words have been spoken about him by head coach, by both coaches, by Rafa Montenegro and by Javier Naya. He's great to have around the changing room. So really good to see him back and fully fit and contributing at the highest level. Bit of a break in play here. One of the Zona Norte players receives a bit of treatment from the physio. Looks to just be a cramp. Hopefully he can walk it off. And we have another comment about Adrian. Let's go, Adrian. Love Dad from Peter Mumo. Definitely tuning in. Big love for Adrian coming all about. It's great to have all the support here. We love seeing your comments. I'm sure as the players watch all of these matches back, they love to see their parents, their loved ones, their friends, their family all commenting. So it really does make the players' day to watch back through these and hear their parents shout it out and see the comments roll in. So please do keep them coming. We love to hear from you. We are sending you love from Nerja. The injured Zona Norte player re-enters the fray. Quick 1-2 there from Ligator and Santos. Ligator cuts back into play, but is taken down from behind by the number 17, who looks to prevent the short play. Santos into the feet of Wambua. Switches play to Koamish. Looks for Page inside, but the pass just past the outstretched toe. Ball in behind from the number 7. Can he make it 4? Yes, he does. Tucked away into the corner. And oh, wait, no. Referee has his arm up for offsides. Did not see that in the live pictures or in the second ones. The chip ball in behind. Debatably offside. So I'm not going to disagree with here. So fast and furious pace continues. Bustamante loses out under the challenge, but is fouled in the process. And now FCMC have a free kick in a dangerous area. So here's a replay of that foul on Bustamante. Took him away from the fullback. Just stuck out a leg. Caught Bustamante's trailing leg as he looked to accelerate away. And FCMC have a free kick here in the 75th minute.
Manolo, ahí sobra uno,
We have a comment coming in from someone named Only a Random Girl. Let's go, Koa. So I'm sure Koa knows who that is. I'm not sure the rest of the world know who that is. I'm sure that's exactly what Random Girl wants. So whoever you are, wherever you're watching from, thank you for tuning in. I'm sure Koa will be very, very happy that you are.
Hey, Oliver!
So Navarra over the free kick this time. Let's see if he can deliver here and spark maybe a last 15-minute comeback. Navarra, outswinger. Looks for Wambua at the back post just over his head. Can Borden recollect and redeliver? Borden does well to get there using that electric space he's got. Looks to cut inside. Good tackle there, though. Trapped in the corner, and clearance only goes out for a throw-in. Borden takes it quickly, but the referee blows his whistle to stop play. Looks to go check on the injured Zona Norte player. And, of course, as this match ticks toward those latter stages, we will see more and more of this from these Spanish players who do like to go down. And, honestly, it's not just Spanish players. I've known players all over the world that do this. As soon as these minutes come into the last bit of the game, players tend to get tired. But especially being 3-0, you want to try to get rid of as much clock as possible. but it looks like this one could be a bit more serious. Two of those players did just signal for a change. So as the physio comes out, we do have a bit of a break in play. And we'd just like to remind you that if you do fancy yourself playing in a league like this against teams like you see every week on the stream, please do not hesitate. Follow the link in our description to the website, www.fcmalagacity.com. And take your first steps into becoming a full-fledged member of the FCMC family. We'd love to have you out here. Applications for the 2022-2023 season are open and in full swing. So if you do fancy yourself against some of the best teams in Spain, do fill out an application. We'd love to have you out here next August. Zona Norte player substituted off as Bustamante finds himself at the edge of the area. Tries to take on a few players but loses out. Ball over the top. Santos with a hooked clearance. Only as far as the midfield line. Quick, concise passing there from Zona Norte. Ultimately finds its way to the feet of Coamish. Now Navarra on the left-hand side. Navarra chooses to track back, keeps possession to the feet of Ligator. First touch just gets away from him as the ball is clipped over the head of Calcio Santos, but to no one in particular. Santos keeps it in. Must have been deflected. That's the only reason I can think of that Santos would really hustle like that to keep it in. So tried his best, but unfortunately ball just escaped him for a Zona Norte throw-in. As now the night sky has completely descended. A beautiful crescent moon has ascended overhead. It's a gorgeous night here in Nerja, but unfortunately the score sheet does not reflect that for our boys who do find themselves with it all to do in the final 13 minutes. Good challenge from Bustamante. I'll tell you what, the press and the effort and the commitment from these FCMC boys has not wavered, not for a single second, despite finding themselves 3-0 down in these latter stages. The effort, the support has been incredible as substitute striker Rodane McKenzie wins a free kick. Bustamante in space on the right-hand side if Page chooses to find him, but instead thinks he takes the smarter option there, gets all the players into the box. See if maybe we can find a goal here to spark possibly a comeback, maybe just a consolation. But let's see, we won't know unless we score. Left-footed ball from Page, driven into the box, looking for the head of Navarra. Santos does well to get up. Navarra on the far side now will look to recollect. Does well, does just enough to nudge the defender off the ball. Can he deliver a cross? Takes on two, maintains possession. Finds the feet of McKenzie. Lovely little 1-2 there. Drives into the box. Finds the feet of Rodane McKenzie again. Chris Borden, can he get a shot away? He does. Oh, but it goes straight into the hands of the keeper. Huge chance there for FCMC to try to pull a goal back. But the shot from Chris Borden, tame one in the end, just into the hands of the keeper. So really good play in the far side from Emmanuel Navarra as we see a replay of that last sequence. Navarra and McKenzie with a 1-2 and then back to McKenzie. Pass just too far behind him for a shot. Borden recollects. Maybe the better option was to lay it off to Calcio Santos at the edge of the area. But Borden has the shot, just doesn't catch it right. Looks like he was under pressure, didn't have too many angles, too many lanes to shoot that ball through. So in the end, it turned out to be a tame effort as Malaga break forwards again, but the long ball is only into the feet of the Zona Norte keeper who backs off and recollects. Dexter sends his approval. Good play, boys. Yes, indeed. Emmanuel Navarra, an intricate part of that down the left-hand side. One of the few players to get a 90-minute run out tonight. So with all 6 subs used, only, I believe, if my math is correct, only 4 outfield players with the full 90. Of course, Ali Tirani, the only goalkeeper here today, getting the full 90 in goal. But of the 4 players to play 90 are... Who do we have? Let's see if we can remember them all. We've got Emmanuel Navarra on the left wing. We've got Nick Page in the center back role now, although he has moved around quite a bit. Of course, the captain, Ricardo Bustamante, as well, has played the full 90, playing very well. All 3 of those guys, I believe, have been standout performers tonight. Really consistent in their play despite the scoreline.
control eso de Matías. Muy bien.
Bustamante. Bustamante evades the challenge of a few defenders, finds the feet of Page. Page clipped long ball over the top, looking for Navarra on the left wing, cut out by the Zona Norte number 4 as the ball goes out of the stadium again as Anaya gets his back into play quickly. Throw in taken by Mish, and the flag is up for a foul. Zona Norte go long as they should with only a few minutes to go. Headed clear. That is number 16, Elliot Maldonado. Mish into the feet of Wambua.
Venga un poco, vamos un poco. Más junto, Oliver atrás, síguelo. Más junto con Piña, Rubén, más junto. Rafa, más junto en medio.
Ball finds the feet of Page and then Borden. Borden looks to break down the wing, does well to keep it in, evades the challenge, but the ball rolls out for a throw-in. Throw in for Zona Norte. The head of Navarra clears. Good turn in the midfield from the number 15 from Zona Norte. Navarra intercepts the pass. Drives forward. Lovely little step over there. Gets past 1, gets past 2. Can he get past 3 and 4? Oh, but the touch rolls just to the wrong side of the touchdown. But wow, what blazing speed there from Emmanuel Navarra down the left-hand side. Unbelievable turn of pace there from the Zimbabwean winger. Come back here looking less and less likely as the minutes tick past, but let's see if we can get one goal on the score sheet. You never know what can happen from there. Dr. Dexter once again, excellent fighting spirit. Boys, simply excellent. Yes, indeed, enough cannot be said about these players' spirit right now. Even in the face of what looks like could be a defeat, they are fighting every step of the way as number 24, Nick Page, goes into the book for dissent. Referee seems to be quite happy with his cards tonight. His issue is almost like it's Christmas out here. I think 5 or 6 cards have been given out throughout the course of the night. Of course, head coach Rafa Montenegro booked, as well as several of the players, both for challenges. A bit too much talking. Ben Templeton in the first half, of course, with an early yellow card. Zona Norte goes short now. Ball turned over. Rodney McKenzie with a nice little turn to Ligator. Ball just too far for Page. Ligator looks to win it back in the center of the park. Zona Norte switch play, maintain possession. Ball knocked inside to number 18. His touch is defended well by Elliot Maldonado. Back to the feet of Tirani. Tirani, gives the ball away. They're in here. The sliding challenge from Tirani puts the striker off just a bit. The push from behind. And the referee points to the spot. Penalty for Zona Norte here, and salt is rubbed into the wound. So a giveaway there from Tirani. The defenders doing all they can to get back behind the ball, and Wambua just a bit overambitious to win that ball back. You know what? From here, it looks like a penalty to me. Producer's nodding next to me. Looks like a penalty to her as well. So Zona Norte Malaga look to step up here and put the game well beyond reach. Just really tough one for our boys to take. We've been fighting so hard. But let's see if Ali Tirani can atone for his mistake on the line. Penalty dispatched into the bottom right-hand corner. Striker wheels away in celebration. We find ourselves 4-0 down. Dr. Dexter's comment there says it all. The crying emojis absolutely has been an incredibly tough night here in Nerja. We find ourselves on the wrong end of a 4-0 scoreline. So tough one for our boys to take as head coach Rafa Montenegro makes another substitution with Igor coming back into the fray. Nick Page getting a much deserved rest after a solid 85 minutes of work. So with about 5 minutes to go, looks like this one's just about done and dusted, I have to say. Stranger things, of course, have happened, but our boys, I'm sure, will keep fighting, keep pressing, looking to get themselves on the score sheet, looking to find themselves a goal, just to give the crowd of FCMC supporters something to cheer about before the ride home. Ball into the feet of Wambua. Switched over to the Portuguese Santos. Bustamante now finds himself on it on the right-hand side. Good little step over there. Can he get a cross? And he can. Chips it into the box, but it only goes into the waiting arms of the keeper.
Olive, trabájame ahí en medio.
Zona Norte
En medio,
defenders
Olive,
telling their
lanzando
keeper to
abajo.
go long, get the line up, really looking to nail in the coffin, so to speak,
Aguanta atrás ni más
of this
junto.
match and really close this game out. Long ball over the top, looking for the number 7. Takes down brilliantly. Under pressure from Santos. Cuts it back to the number 17. Ball chipped into the box. Tirani off his line. Punches to the edge of the area. Lets it drop to the number 18. The shot, flies just wide for Zona Norte. Another let off there for FCMC, who are just under more increasing pressure as the minutes tick on. So the number 8 clearly got a shot from the number 18 behind him. That shot, Tirani may have gotten a touch on it. As it goes wide, McKenzie looks to get in behind here, but the keeper does well to marshal out for a goal kick. So as the temperature continues to fall here, the night sky littered with stars above us. Probably say what's about 5 or 6 degrees here right now at night, maybe a bit warmer than that. But no real wind chill. Gorgeous night for football, but unfortunately our boys just find themselves on the wrong side of the scoreline right now.
I told you earlier, I told you, come on, be focused on that.
So free kick for Zona Norte. Right on the edge of the circle here in the attacking half for them. So let's see what they decide to do. Looks to, there's an extra runner on the wing. The producer says shoot. The striker listens to the producers. The shot comes to the edge of the area. Cleared eventually by FCMC. The ball fought for in the midfield. Flicked on by Zona Norte. Maldonado looks to press forwards. Ligator and Igor fighting hard to win the ball back. Maldonado just releases the player before the referee whistles for a foul. Good step there from Igor. But Malaga maintained possession. Clipped ball down the wing. Good defending there from the Hawaiian Koamish, who clears for a throw. And while there is a break in play, it is indeed time to shout out the crew that is here with us tonight. Up on the scaffold, we do have the newest of the two Ellies. We have Ellie Hicks up on the scaffold. She, of course, was joined by Chris Baptiste in the first half. Swapped out by, I can't exactly tell who in the second half, but big shout out to Chris Baptiste and whoever else may be up there tonight. So thank you very much for your support. Always willing to help out are those guys at FCMC when we need extra camera people. People are always willing to put themselves up onto the scaffold and help out the crew. And of course, sitting to my left is none other than the wonderful Ellie Brett, the older of the two Ellies, I should say, or possibly let's use more experienced of the two Ellies. I think she likes that one a little bit better. She is sitting next to me on production tonight because, of course, bringing you all the streams in Estepona this weekend have been our normal producer, Mark Bridle. Oh, is the chance for FCMC to get on the score sheet. Goes begging as the shot from Ricardo Bustamante is blocked away.
Vamos, chavales, miramos
Here's the
balón.
chance. Lovely little outside football there from Igor. Bustamante comes inside, but before the shot can reach the keeper, blocked away by the number 17. Bustamante's corner cleared at the first time of asking, but they can't clear completely. Borden can get a shot away. Good sliding challenge there. Looks like they won a goal kick, and they have indeed.
Esa es la salida más fácil del mundo por la banda.
Looks like we will
Que
tick
llevamos
into added
compañeros.
time.
Ya hemos hecho lo difícil. Vamos a
We are
disfrutar lo
ticking
que
into
queda.
added
Por
time
favor,
here. The question is,
Vamos
how
a
many
juntarnos aquí
minutes
en
will
medio.
it be? The producer says 3. I myself think only 2 here. I have a feeling everyone's looking forward to getting out of here as quick as they can. Referee is in communication right now with the linesman. Don't think we may even get to here. Think it'll be very, very quick as soon as those 90 minutes hit. And we do have a change. Zona Norte making one final substitution. Number 22 re-enters the match. And it looks like the linesman has just signaled to us that there will be 2 minutes of out of time. So 1 for the commentator, 0 for the producer. As the referee blows his whistle, not to end the match, but to tell Calcio Santos that he began too early. So, blows his whistle to get us back underway. And we're into the final 90 seconds here. Clearance right to the right of our commentary position here tonight. Borden will look to get on the ball quickly and keep us underway. Lovely photographer Flor Buzzo running in front, looking to get a touch on the ball for her involvement in the game. But keep your eye out for all those lovely pictures that you see plastered all over social media. Of course, those are courtesy of the photographer Flor Buzzo. And those photographs for full albums of the match will be posted on our Flickr page. So if you go onto flickr.com and search FC Malaga City, you can see all that lovely work from Florencia, whose talent behind the lens is almost as good as her charm in front of it. Into the final minute here, the referee signals for a Zona Norte throw-in. So as FCMC get players behind the ball, the final seconds are ticking away as we speak. Wambua's header cut out, but then cleared over the head of Borden. Picked up in the middle. Good pressing there from Rodin McKenzie. Have a few numbers here if we can attack. Ball slipped in behind Bustamante. 2 runners in the box. Can he find the right pass? Look to put it back to McKenzie. Cleared by a backtracking Zona Norte side. Cleared out for Bustamante. Goes quickly to Igor. Igor cuts inside, but his pass is blocked away. Zona Norte looks to break one final time here in Nerja. We're marshaled by Wambua, whose miscommunication with Tizarani results in a ball being played into the wing of Zona Norte Malaga. Looks to cut inside, cuts left, cuts right, finds the number 15 at the edge of the area. Curling strike, ooh, flies just wide of the outside post, and that should just about do it here tonight. So a miscommunication between Tirani and Wambua at the back results in a big chance for Zona Norte. Tirani was worried in goal, you can tell just by the stretch on the dive. But fortunately for us, ball went the correct side of the post as Bustamante looks to break in behind again. Does well to keep the ball in play. Let's see if he can get a ball into the box here. Cuts back onto his left foot, finds the feet of Rodin McKenzie. McKenzie chipped back to Bustamante, now hammers it across the middle. Borden sliding effort cleared for a corner. So good final spell of pressure here for FCMC. There's that chipped ball from McKenzie that was cut. But he recollected well, looked to find an attacking Borden. Ended away. Final act of the match here. Igor over the corner. Right-footed outswinger. Driven doesn't beat the first man. Referee puts his whistle to his lips and gives 3 whistles and signaling the end of the match here in Nerja. So a tough performance for our lads to take tonight, but I'm sure there are plenty of lessons to be learned, mistakes to be analyzed, and things to be corrected. But overall, a battling performance for our boys tonight, although they do come out on the wrong side of a 4-0 scoreline. So thank you very much for tuning in with us tonight, and we will be back. I believe we have 3 matches live streamed for you tomorrow. So we do have tomorrow. Firstly, we have dueling matches at 12 o'clock Spanish time, and 2 big matches indeed. Of course, the FCMC senior boys in action against top-of-the-table CD Estepona, with just 2 points separating them in the league table. If FCMC senior get a win tomorrow, they go top of the league. So be sure to tune into our YouTube channel for that at 12. And also at 12, if that is not your pleasure, tune into the CD Almun senior side taking on Puriene at home at the Estadio Francisco Bonet. So back to the home match this week for CD Almun after taking a match off last week. And of course, CD Almun now only 1 point behind Guadix for top of the league. So win could put them statistically into first place, and if results go their way, could hold there. And finally, at 6 o'clock, another top-of-the-table clash against the CDAC under-23 side against Base Gandhi, who are currently first in the Segunda Andalusia division, Granada region. Well, our boys are third, but a win tomorrow could see them take first spot. So plenty of games, plenty of action tomorrow. So please tune into our YouTube channels. Keep your eyes on all of our social media for updates and scores. So thank you very, very much for tuning in tonight, and we will see you soon. But for now, good night.